it up a bit. I feel like Christmas music is probably driving you guys insane by now. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Is Christmas music not driving you insane? Is Christmas music not driving you insane? In which case, maybe I'll put it back on. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Hello! Not yet? No more Christmas music? You love Christmas music? We're already insane. Well, I know you're already insane. I know you're already insane. Doing push-ups and... Oh, God. Oh, God. I popped into the voice channel. I saw Uruka, Leah, and Michan. Yeah, buddy! Shut up, Connie, but thank you for the 333. I go into the voice channel like Uruka's in there moaning. What the fuck? Tenma got muted by management. Oh, finally, I'm not the most you buy. I'm not the most you buy. Michan has suffered the wrath of management. Ha ha ha. But, Pippa doing piece of a brain cosplay? What the hell? I'm enjoying like dressing up each day. I think it's pretty cute. But what in the hell are you wearing? I'm wearing a big comfy hoodie with... Oh, I'm wearing a big comfy cloak. Got some wings, got a little angel halo because I'm such an angel. I'm such an angel. Right? Right? Tell me I'm right, chat. Tell me I'm an angel, chat. Tell me I'm an angel. I'm distracted. What the hell? Fallen angel? What the hell? What the hell, chat? Yeah, I'm say-so and I've never done anything wrong. Never. Never! Angle of Minecrafting once... What the hell does that even mean? Today. Yeah, today. Mummy, don't look. Mummy, don't look. This conversation... You're not part of this conversation, Mummy. You're not... Did you read Oyasumi Punpun, Mummy? No? I don't think so. I didn't think so. Get out of here. Get out of here. You don't belong here. This is the book club for people who read the book. No, holy shit. Not a racist man. Thank you for the $200. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Jesus. Peace out. One, thank you for the 333. Biblically accurate. What the hell does that mean? Yeah, not a racist man is bribing the teacher. He wants extra credit on his book report. Book club? No. Shut up, CJ. Shut up. Okay, so I wanted to kind of do a different structure for this. A little bit of a different structure. Before, right, I'd put the stuff on stream. I can speak. I swear. Sorry. Okay, words hard. Pippa scared? No. So I brought up the Oyasumi Punpun wiki, right? Because I'm terrible at explaining stuff. And I figured this way, we can recap things more easily. I'll just read off the Volume 1 wiki and get people up to speed who maybe don't remember or didn't read, can have like a bit of a clear explanation for the things that happened. And also because we only read what? See, Pippa didn't read it all. I did read, okay? I did read. I was posting updates as I was reading. Alright, man? I actually read a bit into Volume 2, and I didn't realize until I looked at the Volume 1 on the wiki that I actually read into Volume 2, but the way that I was reading it, it labeled the end as being a different part. Like, I read into them going into the warehouse, and there was like the guy in there and everything. But I guess Volume 1 is actually supposed to end when they get to the warehouse? So... I actually read over. Same thing happened to me? Ah. Chapter 12, I think... Yeah, Chapter 12 is the end. Same... Everyone did the same thing! Okay, so I guess we're discussing part of Volume 2 as well. The way it leaves off just didn't... It didn't, make sense. For me. Like, I read into them being in the warehouse. You're on Volume 6! Oh! I was very reading makes my eyes hurt. Do you need to buy a physical copy? Maybe you should buy like a Kindle or something. Do Kindles still exist? Kei-san makes a cameo for some reason? What the hell? What? Is manga an instrument? You read it all? Oh. Okay, well let's start off with Volume 1. So, for those of you who don't know, the summary is, a cute girl named 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 transfers into Punpun's class and inspires his dream to colonize the star Punpunia. When she asks him to run away with her, his need for travel money leads him to none other than a haunted factory. Akaboy, thank you for becoming a big peepee! Which is not how I would summarize this book. That is not how I would summarize it. Right? Like, if you asked me to summarize Volume 1 of Punpun, I'd be like... a little boy struggles to impress a girl who... a little boy struggles to... maybe come to terms with his feelings? Maybe not come to terms with. How would I describe this? But I mean, like, there's so... It's not really just about, like, getting the money and everything, right? Like, there's the whole thing about the domestic violence, you know? Like, there's the whole thing with his father and mother, like... And then there's the thing with his uncle. But, yeah, let's start with Chapter 1. Punpun's crush, Mio, transfers out of his elementary class, but a girl named 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 transfers in, and it's love at first sight for Punpun. He walks her home. She tells him that soon humanity will go extinct and they'll have to colonize other stars. His dad gives him a telescope that night, and Punpun decides he wants to be a space scientist. Then he wakes up in the morning to find the house a mess and his father standing over his beaten mother. Caught me off guard a little bit. That... Slayer, thank you for being a big pee. It caught me off guard a little bit. That... like, his father beat his mother. And that it was so extreme that she ended up, like, going to the hospital, right? Like... I don't know, I feel like domestic violence isn't really that uncommon in manga. I feel like there might be, like, less of a... Maybe it's not viewed as extremely over in Japan or something? I don't know. But like, in manga, you know, I don't think it's that uncommon to see like a husband hit his wife or a wife hit her husband. But... I guess he beat her so bad, like she ended up in the hospital. And I was really surprised that like they put such heavy emphasis on it, you know? I kind of expected the... Especially looking back on it, because Punpun... Did you like that part? What the hell kind of question is that? What was I gonna say? Oh, especially since it's like from the point of view of Punpun, right? Like I kind of expected that things would be like very glossed over. It's used as a gag, never taken seriously. Yeah, and it's even used as a gag in this, right? Like initially it's even used as a gag and it's kind of like jokingly. It's kind of like joking, but But then he's like, no, fuck you, I wasn't joking. I wasn't joking. No, I structured this like it was a joke, but it wasn't a joke. This was not a joke. And you're just like, oh. Slapstick with consequences. Pippa is worryingly nonchalant about this domestic violence. I mean, it's just fictional, right? You're not confusing fiction with reality, are you? It's a joke until the next scene on the hospital. Yeah. Like, especially with the illustrations, it's so hard to take seriously, but then you see Mama Punpun inside the hospital, and it's like, damn. Bait and switch, yeah, kinda. So yeah, that was a little surprising, and I guess it kind of served as like a grounding point for the rest of the series, but I'm not sure. I haven't read the rest of it yet. Only volume 1 and part of volume 2. Oops, I thought Pippa was real for a second. I'm just a figment of your imagination. The way the adults are drawn is weird AF to me. The art style it's kind of strange. I'm not a super big fan of the art style. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really big on the what's this style called? What would this style be called? Like it's uglier than normal. It's definitely uglier than normal. Punpun's family is drawn funny, but everyone else is realistic. It kind of reminds me of like Studio Ghibli or something. Hyper realistic, yeah, but still, it's still rounded out, right? Like, it's still very rounded out. This manga is just Forrest Gump for weebs? Because it's depressing? I'd say it's probably in like that same genre, right? It's in that same genre, like Forrest Gump, What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Next Eternus, thank you for becoming a big baby! Initially, several of the people are made almost gorilla-like. I always liked the style. Well, I'm glad you like it. I'm not super fond of it. I'm more into like the idealized anime style, right? It's partially surrealistic. There's a lot of surreal things in this. Oh, I guess I should put graphics on screen for each part of the chapters. Let's see. There we go. Can put stuff on screen as we go. Chapter 2. Punpun is brought to the police station and questioned until evening. Since his mom will be in the hospital for a while, his uncle Yuichi picks him up and moves into the Punyama house for the meantime. The next day in class, Punpun stands up to read his essay about becoming a space scientist, but he's overcome with self-consciousness and runs out of the classroom to hide in the gym closet. Aiko goes to find him. That was pretty relatable. Like when he's there's a fucking there was like the little weird subplot thing of like the principal yeah, doing hide and seek. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand what the point was of like the hide and seek sub thing. Hide and seek with the principal is weird. It's very weird. Is it like foreshadowing or something? It was about how insane the world is. But it's so weird. It's just absurdism. That's really common in the manga. Okay. Well, it's just world building. Okay. So it's just being absurd. Alright. I really related to Punpun when he was reading off his like autobiography thing, his dream of what he wanted to be when he grew up. Grows up. I can't speak English. What Punpun wants to be when he grows up. It was really relatable, you know. I remember teachers being like, "Oh, Now get up and read your essay in front of the class, and it's like... Do I have to? Do I have to? And then you get up and you go to read, right? And like... I would end up feeling so self-conscious sometimes, like not just the embarrassment, but like sometimes I'd feel really self-conscious about some of the things that I'd written down, you know? I'd be like, oh, this part of the story is stupid. So I just casually like skip over parts of my story or parts of my essay. Just to get out of things faster. just so I didn't have to spend as much time up there, and because I felt so self-conscious. And this is kind of awkward, but like I'm somebody who blushes really easily. So like I'd just be up there like reading my essay, right? And my face would just suddenly feel like so hot. My face would feel so hot. I just feel like the blood rushing to my face. And I just skip. I just skip to avoid it. Just skip. I feel the panic. And I'm just like, no. No. And I'd skip. You get that? Yeah. Man. Oh, I don't miss having to read stuff out at all. I froze for 7 straight minutes doing a public speaking essay. Oh my god. I'm not super bad at it, but like, oh, one time, we were doing presentations, right? And I didn't want to give a presentation, so I opted to do a video instead. Cause I've always been into video editing, you know. I've always been really into making videos. So for my assignment, I did a video. I don't know if I can say what it was about. I don't know if I can say what it was about, but you know the people that used to own Neopets? That certain group? You know that group that owns, that's like behind the scenes of Neopets? I did a report on them. And I remember sitting there, like, listening to my own voice, and I was just dying inside. And then, like, I got into, like, conspiracies. I got into conspiracies because I'm an idiot! And I started talking about that group and like some conspiracies that I had about them, and like connections and stuff that like oh god. Man, I started talking about the AIDS epidemic and everything. I was so like into it. I was so like, the reason why they did this was because of this, right? They were creating a subconscious connection. They were creating like a connection in your brain subconsciously between that and this, right? And they're trying to like plant like these seeds of doubt and stuff, man. And I was just like, fuck. I got so into it! I got so into it, man! I was so into it! I was like, I had all these conspiracies and I was like, here's my evidence. Alright, look at when this was published. And like... I've always had brain damage. The essay wasn't about Neopets. It wasn't about Neopets. It was about the group that owns Neopets. Owned Neopets. Oh, God. I actually like scooted up against the wall. Like I never really like sat with other kids That sounds so cringe. That sounds so cringe. I sound very brain damaged. But I had like this one desk thing that was kind of like off to the side that I would use in that class. So instead of sitting at like the other desk where the other kids sat, I sat at like this other desk thing that wasn't like a student desk. It was just like a work desk thing. And in hindsight, wow, I was always separated from everybody else. I really just did not. Because when you're sitting next to other people, right? Like you might brush shoulders or like bump elbows, and I just can't handle it, man. I just can't handle it. I can't handle it. God damn it. So yeah. A lot of times I didn't even use a desk. Like one time in one of my classes, I took a chair and I scooted it up against a closet. And I was just allowed to put my stuff in the closet. So I just put all my stuff in the closet and I sat at that desk and I had my laptop and I used my laptop. How did you get away with that? Pipkin, I guess? I don't know. I always got along pretty well with teachers, right? Like, other than in middle school, I got along with teachers pretty well, and I kind of just accepted that I was brain damaged. I just kind of, I guess, accepted that I was brain damaged. So they let kids use laptops in school. So yeah, I never had a problem with that at all, right? Because I leveraged it like this. I would always say, because initially I got a lot of opposition. You know, I'd get a lot of opposition at first, and then I'd say, how about I write my papers in a Word document, and then I either email them to you, or I print them out, and then you don't have to read my handwriting, because my handwriting was awful. And that is single-handedly how I convinced every single one of my teachers to allow me to use a laptop in school. That is how I got out of writing, doing like any assignment like that, physically. I literally said I will write all my stuff down. I'll do all my assignments, but I'll do them on the computer. Did you do the work? Of course I did the work. If I didn't do the work, then they would revoke the privilege. Bad handwriting? Let me guess, lefty? No, I use my right hand, but I just have very bad handwriting. They let you? Yeah, they let me. You had money for a laptop? A laptop is what I used instead of a regular computer for the longest time, right? Because Papa Kim would get like a laptop for work, and then he'd be like, I can't fucking use this. And then he'd just hand it off to me. And I'd be like, okay. Can you write cursive? Yeah, writing in cursive is actually a lot easier than writing print style. But yeah. Yeah, that is how I managed to convince my teachers. Like, as long as you, what about final exams? I never took final exams, I don't think. Can people read the cursive though? I mean, teachers can read it, but a lot of people don't read cursive. Laptops were expensive way back. What was wrong with Papakin? When I was in school, they weren't that bad. I mean, they're a couple $100, right? But it's not like I ever needed anything super fancy. You dropped out, Ken? Yeah, I dropped out. Pippa's rich, I guess. I definitely did not grow up rich. The thing is, right? The thing is like, and I didn't realize this until I was older, but like a lot of families, right? Like you'll get a lot of families like eat out, you know? They go to restaurants, or they go to the movies a lot, or they buy new clothes every year. But my family wasn't really like that. So, like, instead of buying new clothes every year, you know, it's like, oh, every couple of years, go to Goodwill. or just get hand-me-down clothes. The only exception to that is really shoes, you know, like you need new sneakers every once in a while. We never really eat out anywhere unless somebody else was paying. And in terms of entertainment, you know, like we lived out in the countryside, so we just kind of entertained ourselves. Like I didn't realize that going to the movies was such like a every week kind of thing for some people, and like going out on shopping trips and stuff, or going out to the mall. My family never really did that stuff, you know? Like, if we wanted to go out and do something, we'd go up into the mountains and, like, drive around in the snow, you know? Go to the theater maybe once a year. Yeah, it's definitely died down a lot more recently. So, family wasn't... I would definitely say we were lower income, but the money that we did have got allocated into fewer, bigger purchases versus spending a bunch of money throughout the year, you know? So like instead of a bunch of presents for Christmas or something, you know, it's like, ah, here's a laptop. Yeah. Which is what kind of surprised me, is like I always thought in like in movies and stuff, I always was very surprised that like when you look at like a Christmas tree, right? There's a bunch of presents and stuff. And I went over to some friends' houses a few times. And I'd see all those presents and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, they must be rich. Because in my house, you know, it's like... I guess the kind of standard is it's like one big gift per person. You know, something between like... maybe like... something between like $50 and $200 for each person. And then... maybe something like cheaper, like clearance stuff, you know? Like, God, it was so annoying. Mamakin would always buy like clearance stuff that was like she tried to pad out my gifts, you know, and it's like I never wanted really much. I want to chew on your hair, platonically. What the hell? But Mamakin would buy like they had like the discounted soaps and stuff, right? And she'd buy me like a lavender soap set thing. And I was just like, I don't want this. I don't want this. What the hell? What the hell? I don't even like lavender. But Mamakin always did that. And I think in hindsight it was so she would get like an extra present for herself. You have any siblings, or is it just you? That's kind of on and off. That sounds weird. Kind of on and off, I guess. You know, like sometimes I had siblings that lived with me, other times I didn't. Lavender, hate! Growing up, especially when I was really young, my family was by no means rich, but my mother always tried so hard to give me a good upbringing. I still I still shop at Salvation Army, hate paying money for clothes. Man, same. Same! I'll buy like... every once in a while, you know, I'll see something at like Walmart. But it's really painful. It's really painful paying like $40 for a jacket is insane, you know? When you can go to the Goodwill, or you can go to a thrift store and you can get a brand new jacket pretty much, you know, for like $10. You know, it's really like clothes. I save a lot of money on clothes. Like I have one of my favorite jackets. This really thick Carhartt jacket. And like retail value for that jacket is like $70. Or no, I think it's like $170. It's a really expensive jacket, right? But I got it at a thrift store for like $10. And it has some holes in the pockets, but that's fine, you know. Like it's just some holes. I can sew it up, but I'm so lazy. So have jeans, you know? Like, why spend money on expensive jeans? Pippa and Carhartt, man. Carhartt? Dickies. And North Face were like the big items, you know, when I was younger. Like, oh my god, is that jacket North Face? Oh my god, is that a North Face sleeping bag? Oh my god. $30 for some pants is a big no. Yeah, man, same. Did Pippa grow up on some weird communist co-op commune? What was their sibling? No, what the hell? Nah, it's just... My family was not, My family's not, like, super, close, I guess? There's a lot of... How do I say this? How do I say this politely? My family's a little rowdy, you know? Not everybody gets along. Drama? Animosity, yeah. There's a lot of animosity. Intermittently close. My family, it wasn't as bad when Grandma Ken was around. When Grandma Ken was around, she kind of held everybody together, right? But even then, like, the stuff with my siblings, they're very, I guess aggressive? I have a bit of an aggressive family. And sometimes people do things to each other that are not so nice. And then other people do things that are not so nice back or to somebody else. And it leads to a lot of, not everybody gets along, and sometimes when they get along, they're only pretending to get along because they want something. It's a very interesting dynamic. It's a very interesting dynamic of, like, pretty extreme fighting sometimes. Like, sometimes people getting other people thrown in jail or stealing very expensive things. Not a very cohesive unit. But I still love Mama Ken and Papa Ken. I don't really interact with my siblings though because of that. Like, sometimes my siblings try reaching out to me, and I interact a little bit, you know, but you know, I have Pipkin, right? I can't very easily decipher people's intentions. So, like, sometimes my siblings would use me for things because I'm kind of fucking gullible. And then, like, Mama Ken or Papa Ken would be like, well, you know they just did this, right? And then be like, what? And be like, well, you know that, like, or like one time, we didn't want to let one of my siblings know where we were living. So that sibling, like, went to drop me off, right? Like, I was hanging out with them and they went to drop me off. And they did, like, a circle around, like, the neighborhood, kind of. Like, they were looking for our car. And when I got inside, Papa Ken was like, Pippa, did you tell them where we live? And I was like, no. And they were like, well, you know they saw our car, right? And I was like, okay. It's really awkward. It's really awkward. It's really awkward. So I just kind of stopped associating, I guess, with everybody, you know? Like, I just kind of I just kind of stopped. 40 chests, yeah. And it's just kind of like a Sorry, there's some background noise. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I'm gonna keep my hand on the mute button just in case. But yeah. I don't want it to. You don't hear it? Okay, that's good. Emergency food is ready. Christmas season gets you melancholic. Oh, I think Christmas season gets me pretty happy actually. Cause like Christmas is the season, right? Where it's like Christmas season is like there's so much background noise. The whole thing about Christmas is being happy, right? So it's hard not to be happy in return. And like on one hand, it's kind of sad when like family gatherings and stuff don't happen again, but I haven't spoken to my father in over 15 years and have a half-brother with whom I have no contact whatsoever. The music though. Is that your parrot? He sounds hungry. That is Bird Prisoner. He's a pain in the ass. She's a pain in the ass. And now the background music ends. We were talking about Punpun. Well, yeah. Yeah. You want a DJ to play some tunes for you? I have to worry about the copyright. Don't worry about the copyright. Where were we? So we just talked about chapter 2. Chapter 3. Mr. Mori and the class go looking for Punpun. Aiko finds his essay in the gym and tells Punpun that his dream of being a scientist is cool and he shouldn't care what others think. As they leave the gym hand in hand, Punpun confesses his love and Aiko kisses him on the beak. Yuichi is called to the school to speak about Punpun's behavior. During choir class, Punpun thinks Aiko is surely his fated oh my god, my prisoner. Harumi informs him that there will be a porno viewing at Shimizu's house tomorrow. At this moment, Punpun received a faint but real sensation. Of course, as he was just a child, it was absolutely new to Punpun. But he felt he might be fated to end up with Aiko. You have a tattoo of this panel. Oh. You want to talk about melancholy? This is kind of melancholic. That's an unfortunate image because of his beak. I think it's still cute. I think it's really cute. Free the bird, now! But, Did she kiss the bird? She kissed Punpun! But, yeah, this is pretty cute. This is pretty cute. I feel like they're very strongly setting up, Aiko as being like a very good person, you know? Aiko's like a very good, pure-hearted person, you know? It kind of feels like she's gonna be like a sacrificial virgin or something. It feels like Aiko's gonna get like, Can I just outright say it? It feels like Aiko's gonna get like raped or something and it's gonna like traumatize Punpun. That's like the kind of vibe that I'm getting. Not quite. Good and pure? Designated scapegoat. No! I mean, that's kind of what like it feels like to me so far, right? Is like, she's Jenny. You know, somebody brought up Forrest Gump, right? She's like the Jenny of this. She's good and pure in Punpun's eyes. And then eventually, like, it's gonna get revealed that she's, like, not actually good and pure. She's just a normal person like everybody else. With the whole cult thing, yeah. And especially when you bring the cult thing into the mix. I feel like she's gonna not nice to Punpun. To Pippa reading way too much NTR. No. Jenny. Jenny. But, oh. Papa. Usually cults will like to do things to young girls and these sorts of things, yeah. I mean, that's not just in these sorts of things, that's like in real life too, right? We've all seen Future Diary. There's no illustration for chapter 4. But Jenny NTR'd my boy Forrest. Chapter 4. Yuichi fully moves into the Panyama house to help out while Punpun's parents are away, and because Yuichi's parents are kicking him out. The two go to visit Mama Punpun in the hospital, who had to get a few stitches in her head and has been a little obnoxious to the nurses. Punpun hopes she won't be coming home soon. On the way home, Punpun asks his dad if he will come back and if he prays to God. Oh wait, Punpun asks if his dad will come back if he prays to God. Yuichi sends Punpun on home with some ice cream money and says he will do something he needs to do. But I have something up of Yuichi. So this is the uncle. I really like the uncle character. He gives me like kind of like hipster nerd vibes or something, you know. He's kind of quirky. I liked him. I liked him. I was really scared he was gonna do something bad to Punpun, you know, because he's an uncle. The fun uncle, yeah, he's a Chad. I was surprised there was no struggle snuggle with the. Oh my god, don't say it like that. He's a total shithead, but he goes on you. He's kind of got that like, he's kind of got the like, Reddit atheist vibe almost, you know. He seems like he thinks he's really smart, but he doesn't also know how to communicate at all. I don't know what like the culture is like over there in Japan, but like with the people at the door, you know, instead of arguing with them, right? Just close the door. Why are you? Just close the door. But unemployed uncle vibe. Yeah, he gives that vibe. But he's nice. He's a good guy. I really like Yuichi. Yuichi's a really good person. Yeah. He's from the same dysfunctional family, but does his best. Based unemployed uncle arguing at Thanksgiving. Yeah. I can see that type, you know. I can see the type of, like everybody's having like a political discussion, right? And then this guy chimes in with something like, oh, I just can't believe people would be that stupid as to believe that. And everyone just kind of looks at him like... You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The uncle's girlfriend, though. I don't remember her. I don't remember the girlfriend. The hot takes guy. Shout out to Yuichi checking out the nurse. Oh my god. Refuses to elaborate further. Pass the butter. Chill. He likes the new Star Wars movies and has Disney Plus. Oh my god. Yeah, he was a good character. I was pleasantly surprised. The uncle becomes more important later in the story. Oh. I hope he's okay. I hope he doesn't do anything sus. Chapter 5. The group shows up at Shimizu's house to watch his porno, but he gives several excuses for why today is not a good day. As they leave, Seki complains about Shimizu's chronic lying and says that they should stop hanging out with him. They go looking for stray porno magazines and find one crumpled on the side of the street. The boys are confused about most of the content, but a group of girls from their class, 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 among them, walks up and interrupts. Harumi claims the boys were just planning out a summer trip when another girl scoffs. 𝐒𝐡𝐚 says she trusts Punpun not to lie. After dinner with Yuichi, Punpun's head is filled with thoughts of 𝐒𝐡𝐚 in the magazine. He fumbles under his blanket and is shocked when a strange little puddle dirties his sheets. Is that what it's like for guys? Is this like... Is Punpun going through puberty or something? Like, what the hell? What the hell? Yes? Men are dirty. Sarcastic madman, thank you for becoming a big pee-pee. Not if you don't sleep naked. Punpun is quite a bit younger than average. His brain leaked. It's true, his brain leaked. Brain melting happens to every guy. It was pretty wholesome. Like Yuichi's interaction with him though. Like Yuichi kinda trying to interact. Good on Yuichi, you know, trying to be a parent, almost. It's like he's not actually Punpun's parent, but it almost feels like Yuichi is a better parent than his parents, from what we saw, anyways. I don't know. I almost felt a little put off. I know it's supposed to be a touching moment, right? When Papa Punpun gives Punpun the telescope, right? It's supposed to be like a more wholesome thing. But I felt put off by it, you know? I was like, man. It felt like that thing like parents do, you know, of like trying to, I guess, appease you with like something material and trying to just like I guess give you something to distract yourself, you know? Instead of spending real time with you and spending I guess actually connecting. Yeah, buy your affection, kinda. He didn't even like buy it. He won it in a gamble. Which it's sweet that he thought to give it to Punpun instead of pawning it. That was nice of him. But I don't know. It left me feeling a little bit cynical when Papa Punpun did that. And then it made me I guess empathize a bit with Punpun. When Punpun then views Papa Punpun more highly than Mama Punpun. Because it's like Mama Punpun probably only nags on him and tries to get him to take care of himself. And then you have Papa Punpun that doesn't actually do anything but easily wins affection with cheap tricks. Raising a child on autopilot. I feel the dad genuinely loves Punpun but hates his wife. I don't know. Didn't really see that much of Papa Punpun. He's a good guy. Mom underappreciated. Mom really doesn't want to be there. Doing the right thing for the wrong reasons. Daddy Punpun needs to work to support his family. I don't know what Glass Castle is. I don't know. I don't know much about Mama Punpun. We really didn't get to see much of her perspective on things. The mom was bitter for no good reason. I mean, we don't know their story, you know? Like, we really don't, Patrician choice, also horribly depressing choice. Permanently fat, thank you for the $10. I mean, we don't know why she was bitter. Could be any number of things. I mean, the domestic violence could be a reoccurring thing, and in which case... Can you really blame her for being bitter? Her husband was a violent, jobless drunk. I mean, I don't think your husband being a jobless drunk is enough to be bitter. I feel like that should more like elicit sympathy than bitterness. But still trying to make a joke with Pippa and Punpun being so similar. Good luck, good luck. But damn, Pippa with the low expectations. What do you mean? That's a very high tolerance bar you got there, Pip. Oh my god. I mean, like, why would you be mad at somebody for not having a Pippun? Like, I mean, people drink for a reason, right? Like, people drink for a reason. It's not like they're doing it to hurt you or anything, you know? Like, when people are drunks, it's like they generally have some sort of pain that they wanna suffocate. So I don't think it's right to be bitter at somebody for being an alcoholic. And the jobless thing, you know? Some people it's harder than others to get jobs. Sometimes, like, I mean, there are genuinely people out there that don't try, right? There are genuinely people out there that don't even try to get a job. But I feel like we also put, like, this, I guess, pressure on jobless people of, like, if you're not out there 24/7, then you're not trying. And it's like, I mean, there are definitely people that don't try. There are definitely jobless bums that don't try. But, like, it's also not as easy as just going out there and picking up a job, you know? Like, it just doesn't work like that. And especially with something like if one of my loved ones was searching for a job, like, I wouldn't want them to go and just do something that's gonna, like, kill them or something, you know? Like, I mean, yeah, you could go work out in, like, the fields of a factory or something, you know, but instead of breaking your back doing something like that, like, if you can be supported, then I think it's better to not kill yourself like that, you know? Because there's a lot of jobs that are hard work, right? And that's one thing. A job being hard work is entirely different from some of the more exploitative, laborious jobs out there. There are some jobs out there where you're just breaking your back, killing yourself for barely anything. And it's like, yeah, you can find those kinds of jobs, but I don't know why you'd want to put, like, your loved ones through that, you know? Have a presentation on black companies. That's pretty much what they are, you know? Those kinds of jobs don't even let you, like, use the bathroom. It's like, I don't want my loved one to suffer. If it comes down to, like, there's literally not enough food on the table to survive, okay, then that's different, you know? You have to do what you have to do. But, chat. It's harder in Japan, I think. Once you got a blank spot on your resume, it's over. That's often what it boils down to. Where do you think husband no job leads to? Social security checks. I mean, we don't know what kind of savings that they have. We don't know what kind of savings that they have, or if Mama Punpun... Wait, did Mama Punpun confirm to not have a job? I don't remember. As much as I hate many Californian laws, they do have some decent worker protection laws. But yeah. Spending your savings on alcohol is definitely not the way to go, though. I'd like to apply for a position at Pippa's Yakuza Soul Plan. Oh my god. Oh, she never had a job. Oh god. And I guess Japan's a lot more strict about that kind of thing, right? Like women are really looked down upon for getting a job if they have a child already. Like they're expected to stay home and take care of the child. Aren't you expected to literally work yourself to death in your job? Your one job in Japan for the rest of your life. If you lose your job, I guess socially you're already dead? Is it that bad? You guys say based, but like... I don't know. I don't think necessarily the wife has to stay home. I think as long as somebody stays home to take care of the child. I believe in like more practical line of reasoning. Like if whoever's making the least amount of money should probably stay home to take care of the child. She can stay home and be a VTuber. Someone should stay home. Maybe a retired grandparent. Even that would be good. Even that would be good, I think. But I definitely, I believe that like the wife can go out and be like the breadwinner, right? But I also believe that somebody does need to stay home and take care of a child, you know? Because I feel like children are... I mean, they're valuable, right? Like, just breaking it down in the most practical... Or the most blunt way of saying it is, like, children are valuable. You want to invest in your child. You want to invest in your child so that they have a good childhood and live a happy life and... don't get involved in shady things, and... It's good to teach your child valuable skills. Teach them another language. Get them started on concepts like math early. Start young with a good work ethic. And take care of you when you're old. Yeah, if you want your child to be able to take care of you when you're older, then you need to take care of them when they're young. Which honestly, like, I feel like that's like the perfect method, right? Is like grandparents being the ones to, especially in like some of the more rough economies, you know, where one parent can't necessarily afford to stay home. I think it makes the most sense to have the grandparents stay home. And like retired grandparents stay home and help to take care of the child. And then you can start the child young on things like housework and stuff, you know? Not saying like make them work all fucking day or whatever, you know? They're still a child. They still should have time to go play and do stuff by themselves. But I do think it's also good to really teach your child about work. Grandparents aren't always local or even around at all. True. Child labor, no! But then you have to see your family, and for some reason everyone hates their family now. Everyone living apart has been ruining culture and people. I can definitely see that. Like, this is purely anecdotal, right? But like when Grandma Kin passed away, like she had a heavy emphasis, you know, on like keeping the family together. She used to put like significant portions of her money away. She didn't make that much, right? But she would always save up and take like a bunch of the children and everything on vacations. Like she'd pay for the children to go, and then like parents could also tag along, but had to pay their own way. And she always hosted like holidays and stuff. And then when she passed away, it's like everything just kind of fell apart, and there wasn't really a mediator anymore. And tensions kept rising and rising, and it was very Are you putting your savings into stocks, Pippa? No, I'm putting them into something else. I guess it's something like savings. It's more of a... Or... I guess it's something like stocks. Oh no, she's killing crypto. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Pippa's building a bunker. Anyways, chapter 6! Punpun cleans up his bed and asks Yuichi for a medical compendium to make sure he is not melting and dying. Yuichi tells Punpun he will be fine, but gives him books to look through. Punpun browses through the strange pictures of strange body parts, then decides to play with his telescope. He sees a star move and rushes to show his uncle, daydreaming about winning the Nobel Prize for his discovery and colonizing this new star. Punpunya with 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭. He wants to tell 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 about his brilliant plan, but is too flustered to speak to her the next day. During gym, Komatsu rushes to find the boys to witness Harumi receive a love confession. Man, it was so wholesome. It was so wholesome. The scene, like Punpun wanting to colonize the star, and he was so excited about like the little satellite. It really made me nostalgic, you know, for like when you're a child and everything seems so like grandiose, you know. Everything seems so within your reach. Brian Lane, thank you for the $2. Donating to Pippa's donating to Pippa's cryptocurrency 401k. Thank you, Brian Lane, for $2. And then it gets ruined. Yeah, and then it gets ruined. Yeah. Then you learn about this little thing called money. Yeah, but this was really cute. This was really cute. And I felt some secondhand embarrassment. I felt some secondhand embarrassment. I was like, oh no, Punpun. Oh no, you're gonna tell 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 and she's gonna call you stupid, and that's pretty much what happened. This is cute. Yeah, Punpun wants to colonize a star. He's gonna win the Nobel Prize. Uncle was so nice about it though. His uncle was so nice about it. It's called cringe, screw you. A child's dreams are not cringe. What were your guys' childhood dreams? What did you guys want to accomplish? Don't call me cringe. What was your guys' dreams before reality set in? What was your dream going up? Mine was to be a pirate king. Ah, a pirate king. Did you grow up on One Piece? Train conductor. World domination. Don't know, just wanted to be happy. Wanted to work for video games. Wanted to be an animator. Dreamed about cheese, not being a failure, death. Are you gonna collab? Oh my god. We'll see. We'll see. Management is doing some things, but I'm pushing for it. Thank you to whoever brought me up in his stream, by the way. Wanted to be president. Wanna grow up and become a pink bunny girl. Managing a oh no. Managing a blockbuster. Martin Perez. You have one shot. You have one shot. Martin Perez, you're gonna need to move to Eugene, Oregon. And you can still follow your dreams. Want to do anything space related? Go to college, find a nice girl, get married, have a family. Striking out in quite a fashion. Wanted to be a science man, but then saw how boring it was. Wanted to be a fighter pilot? You planning on doing anything with them? Gotta go through management. Management is handling that stuff. I wanted to run a food truck as a kid for a while. Don't remember having much else of a dream. Be a normal salaryman and earn a normal salary? That was my dream for a while. I remember hitting when I was younger, right? When I was much younger, and I still thought like you could do anything when you grew up. I wanted to open a bookstore. Cause that was my favorite thing, right? I always got so excited going to Barnes and Nobles. So I thought, wow, I want to open up the world's greatest bookstore. I want to open up the world's greatest, largest bookstore. I even drew a logo for it. I even drew a fucking logo for it. I was so... Oh my god, this bird. What's the cutoff age for childhood? I don't know. 10? 10 years old? Show us! I don't have that stuff anymore. That was so long ago. But then come middle school. We went... Thank you for the 333. Peace out, what? Come middle school. We went through a really rough patch. We went through a really pretty rough patch. And life seemed very bleak, and I decided my dream job was to work in an office and make a good salary. I decided my dream was to live an ordinary business life, doing ordinary business things and make a very good income. And to be able to afford a house. And now that I am even older, my expectations lowered even more, but I always kept hoping. I always placed I guess my heart. I always put my heart in the YouTube, right? I always pushed on YouTube. I don't think there's been... Well, I guess I can't say. I wouldn't... I would say I've always been trying to do YouTube, you know? I've always been trying to do YouTube, and I always put my heart into that, and I always hoped that would pay off. And now, luckily, I have this gig, you know, here at Face Connect. And I've kind of accomplished some of my dreams by proxy. And it's all about managing your expectations, you know? Like, if you had told me when I was younger, right? Like, you're not gonna hit 100,000 subscribers. Which was like a really big deal, you know? 100,000 subscribers, that was like a really big deal. I would have been like, I can hit that. I'm not gonna lower my goal. If you lower your expectations, that just means you're weak. But now that I'm older, I'm like... Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'll take it. I'll take it, because life does not work out anywhere near how you intend for it to, you know? Like, I might be... how many subscribers am I? 17k? I think I'm 17k right now, right? That's much further than I ever got. That is so much further than I ever got. And you can't force 100,000 subscribers. You can't force 1 million subscribers. And I've also learned that it's okay to... Like, it's not giving up, you know? It's not weak to shift your goal. You can subbot? That's not real, though. You know, cause like... We set these goals for ourselves, right? And we don't even know if they'll actually make us happy. Like, somebody brought up wanting to be a scientist, but then not realizing how boring it was doing sciencey things. You make you make these goals for yourself and you don't really understand the consequences of those goals, of those dreams. Like, if I had hit 1 million subscribers when I was in middle school, uploading frigging I shouldn't say what. I shouldn't give anyone ammunition. Uploading videos, okay? Uploading videos in middle school. And this was back in like when PewDiePie took off, you know, and suddenly my dream was to be like the next PewDiePie, the next Markiplier. It would have been miserable for me. It would have been miserable. Like, it's what I wanted with all my heart, but it's much better to have organic growth. It's so much better, in my opinion. And I had no idea. It was not even a concept in my mind. But now actually having having more experience in that field and everything, it's like it's so much better to grow slowly and to adjust to things, you know? Like, if I didn't have all that past experience of failure, I wouldn't appreciate my successes as much, you know? I would have viewed it as like a trophy rather than a personal achievement. I guess those words are kind of synonymous, but you know what I mean? Like, if you're playing a game, right, and you just use a Game Shark to unlock all the achievements or whatever, it's not the same as like having played the game yourself and really earned it. So yeah, definitely back then when PewDiePie and everything were taking off, if I had also taken off, I would have destroyed it. I would have destroyed it, and I would have destroyed any chance of making it in the future. I would have destroyed my career right out of the gate, you know? I would have destroyed myself. It's more about the journey. It's hard to about the journey, I guess. So many bridges would have been in flames. Oh, if you think I'm bad now, if you guys think I'm bad now, right? When I was younger, I could not keep my mouth shut for the life of me. I could not keep my mouth shut for the life of me. And I went through so many phases, I would have pissed off everyone. All sides of any spectrum, all points of view, right? I flip-flopped so much, experimenting here and there with my beliefs. You cheated not only the game but yourself. You didn't grow, you didn't improve. You took a shortcut and gained nothing. You experienced a hollow victory. Nothing was risked and nothing was gained. I forget where that's from. So yeah. So there was a Wicked Pippa timeline? Yes, there was. A very, very short-lived one, but one of my siblings was into that stuff. So I was like, oh, well, this could be interesting. That was so short-lived. All that phase took was me talking to somebody that was already super into it, and I was like, this is not for me, what the fuck? Grifting, when you're younger, it's not grifting, it's just experimenting, you know? Like, if you don't go through phases and try to discover who you are and try to discover what you believe in and what resonates with you, what makes you a person, that's not grifting, that's just finding out who you are, what your identity is. If you don't do that when you're a child, then you grow up having missed out, I think. Middle school is crazy like that. So many kids run their mouth with no thought. Oh yeah. Still suffer from not shutting up when I'm not timid. Was a lot worse back then. God, I say so much stuff when I'm... like, even when I'm timid, you know? Even when I'm scared of something, I still say so much dumb stuff. Somebody said Pippa is a contrarian. Oh, God. You don't even know the half of it. You don't even know the half of it. Right, like... God, I used to... Oh my god, my dog. So... like, I would agree with people, right? I would agree with people, right? And I'd still push it. I'd still push it. Like, I would find a group that I agreed with because I got pushed out of another group. Or I pushed myself out of another group. And I'd start fights there as well! I was a fucking idiot! Debate chat, Pippa? Oh my god. My debate phase. Yes, but actually no. Pippa debate bro saga, unironically. Unironically, I went through such a debate bro saga. God. Now, to play devil's advocate, that was unironically... it wasn't always malicious, you know? It wasn't always like me just trying to argue. But that is unironically like why I stopped using some websites and I stopped interacting with some groups and why I kind of nestled into a different side of things with some of my thoughts and some of the groups I used to be in. Cause like some people you literally can't present the other side's argument without it turning into like a whole ordeal, right? And it's like, God, I know I probably still come off as like a debate me bro. Debate me bro. I know I still probably come off as like that, but like if you can't look at the other side of something and actually try to understand like where they were coming from with something, and you're just regurgitating like the same thoughts over and over, I mean, go fuck yourself, you know? Like, that's not... you're not really thinking, right? You're just regurgitating what other people are saying. You don't have any interest in actually figuring out like what's right or wrong in a situation. You just wanna fucking have your beliefs and you're set in stone in it. And I feel like that's just not... and I don't think everything... listen, I don't think everything has a basis in fact. I don't think everything has a basis in logic, you know? We're emotional animals with things. And I feel like... I feel like... I feel like some people... I guess use that to their advantage. But that's one thing that really turned me off of like the debate side of YouTube and like the not an argument. That's something that really turned me off of like the debate side of YouTube. And like God, well, like 2013, 2014, 2015, like that time. As you had all these insufferable motherfuckers, right? You have one side that's like, I will debate you with facts and logic. And then you have this other side that's like, but people's feelings. And it's like, holy shit. Okay, I don't want to come off as a meme, right? But like, really guys, you're taking like, this is your stance on things, right? You're either extremely believing in this or you're extremely believing in that. What the fuck? Holy shit. I am not a fence sitter with literally anything, okay? I have such strong opinions. I have such strong opinions on so many things. But like... it just literally turns into like who's the either one person. Okay, you have one side. During that time period of YouTube, right? You had one side that was basically having a dick measuring contest over how intellectual each other were. Who was the most intellectual? And then you had another side that was arguing who was like the in the right, the savior, you know, the actually a human being. The other side is evil. Who's actually the good person in this scenario? And you're just sitting here like, holy shit, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It was such a fucking just ego. It was all about measuring ego. And that's why like the creators that didn't participate in that, the ones that tended to like treat it as a joke and I guess play with people's arguments, you know, the ones that kind of flip things on their heads. Like our friendly weatherman. I really latched onto them the most, you know? Because it's like, God, everybody else is just such a fucking clown. Everybody else is just such a fucking clown. Jesus Christ. Is this Oliver, the Vocaloid? Anyways, we still have like 6 more chapters to go through. We still have like 6 more chapters to go through. But yeah, I do not miss the debate side of YouTube. I do not miss the debate side of YouTube. And too many content creators have a fucking ego on them. To be fair, when the disagreement boils down to logic versus feelings, that's an axiomatic disconnect which cannot be resolved by discussion. I don't feel like there's always a conclusion, you know? There's not always like a conclusion to something, it's just opening your mind to the other side of things. Pippa, it's me, Tenma. Oh my god, Tenma, is that you? Fence sitting or being neutral never sold as well as being extreme, which is why it becomes the optimal path for content creators. Listen, fence sitters are just as fucking annoying, right? You're watching a goddamn debate, right? And you have like this really friendly motherfucker in there that's just trying to be like, well, I know why you feel like that, but like, I'm really good friends with person A. And person A, you know, like, sometimes they have thoughts that are not so nice, but you know, person A is a good person, and I hope you'll understand where he's coming from. And then, like, person B. So that was person C speaking, right? And then person B will be like, okay, but I just want person A to understand where I'm coming from, you see? And then person C's like, oh, no, I understand, man. You're a great dude, no. You're a great dude, okay? Like, I'm mad respect, bro. Mad respect. Thank you so much for bringing me on the show here. Yeah. Fucking kiss asses. Isn't that what you just said people should do? No, that's called not having an opinion and just trying to appease everybody. Alright, that's called just trying to kiss everybody's asses and not actually having an opinion. Not actually trying to have a discussion. Alright, motherfuckers just fucking clout chasing. No. Your donut didn't show up? I'll try and bring it up. Being a doormat, yeah. It's like there's a fine line, right? Between being an asshole who's just there to stroke their own ego and being a little bitch that's just there to feel like they're part of the party. Pippa has beef with everyone. Oh my god. On the other hand, it's possible to have discussions today in the wild. Yeah, definitely not in the wild. Like, it definitely, to have a reasonable discussion, like, it really takes 2 people willing to have a discussion. Syndicate, thank you for the $1. I'm gonna go to bed before I pass out. I'd like to request we do 2 volumes for the next stream. Good night, Pippers. Well, good night, Syndicate. I hope you sleep well. And honestly, between those 2 people, I would take the people that are being just extreme and trying to Like, if it's between a doormat that's just there playing friendly, playing tea party with everybody, I would much rather the person that's losing their goddamn mind. They're so angry they don't see the other side at all. All right, because at least that's entertaining. And on, thank you for the $20. Debate me on the inherent worthlessness of money. I mean, is money inherently worthless? How do you define something being inherently worthless? If it's a... Are you saying if it's a social construct, then it's worthless? Because in which case, does anything mean anything? Please, no! Not really. Nowadays, the debate is more for convincing a third party than to exchange ideas to reach a place in the middle. No, you know what a debate is nowadays? You know what a debate is nowadays? You know what a fucking debate is nowadays? Well, a debate is person A invites person B on their stream. Person A, person B go back and forth. The fucking moderator sits there like, oh, please let me, let me interject my own opinions even though nobody cares what the fuck I have to say. I'm just a fucking moderator. I wasn't invited here, but I'm gonna give my opinions anyways. And then person A ends stream, chat, oh, person A, I fucking love you, man, you destroyed him, oh my god! And then person B is like, oh my god, guys, person B's in their fucking Discord, right? Person B's Discord is like, oh my god, you did such a great job! Good job, man! Oh my god, you fucking roasted him! Can you believe that guy didn't listen to what you had to say? Oh my god! And fucking... And then fucking the VOD gets uploaded to YouTube or whatever, and then you have people like, getting recommended it, who are just like, what the fuck was this? What the fuck was that? And whoever's point of view of the VOD is from is the winner. The Joseph one, thank you for the 333. Do you even own a suit? Fuck off. Fuck off. The best moderators get drunk during the debate and fall asleep. Based. What's going on in Lost? We've gone down a rabbit hole. Internet debates are just grifters grifting. Amen. Amen. It's just a fucking circle jerk. Anyways. Anyways. Chapter 7. During gym, the boys discuss whether Harumi will date the girl who confessed to him. Sonoda, Seki says it only makes sense. Punpun wonders if he and Aiko should go out, and then if going out means having sex. He falls over from the thought and is sent to the nurse. Aiko falls down on purpose and comes to the nurse with a scraped knee in order to see Punpun. She lays down on the cot with him and asks if he loves her, if he'll take care of her forever, and he says yes. That feels like some foreshadowing. Though terrified by the promise of forever. After school, he and Komatsu ask Harumi about his new girlfriend, and teary-eyed, he tells them that she played with his heart and dumped him after only half a day. He declares he's through with love and the three of them should stick to porn. As luck would have it, they find a porno video abandoned on the side of the road. Yeah, all the porn was a little weird to me, chat. I'm not gonna lie, all the talk about porn, I don't know what it's like to be how old are they? I don't know how old they are, but like to be a little boy obsessed with porn, but Punpun shows so much emotion I couldn't believe how much empathy I felt for such a simple illustration. Just kids being kids? Ah. But Is that something that just happens? You just find porn CDs just hanging around? I know if you go to Las Vegas, right, they offer you like the stripper cards, but I didn't know about this. Boys will be boys. I was like, what the fuck? Yes? What the fuck? Lucky kids, I had to waste money on cyber cafes to access the material. You were looking at this stuff at a cyber cafe? Growing up in the internet era, it was pretty easy. don't usually just find porn, but I guess that's just my experience. I think I accidentally, like, I went into my parents' room, right? To use the TV, and I tried putting something on, and I think Pipkin left something perverse inside the VHS player. I have a very faint memory of that. But, like, I didn't understand. I was just like, what the fuck? And I put on my goddamn Land Before Time. I just popped that out. And I was like, Mamakin, there was a weird movie in the VHS player. And she was like, oh, what did you do with it? And I was like, I don't know, I just put it on the table. She's like, you didn't watch it, right? And I was like, no. I watched Land Before Time. But yeah, I never really thought much of it. But growing up, I was always... You're right, your own father! I didn't know what it was! But then, like, growing up, like, I was always, so, like... I guess afraid of cooties. You know? I was always so afraid of cooties. So, like, like, if like a sex scene or something came on in a movie, I would cover my eyes and close them. And if there were noises, I'd leave the room. I didn't want to see, you know? I didn't want to see. When there were kiss scenes, I'd also close my eyes. Base cootie avoider. And then, like, other girls my age, you know, were like, oh, blank is so hot, you know? Oh my god. And I'm just sitting here like... You guys want to try Pokemon cards? Like... I don't wanna do like the, oh, I'm not like other girls thing. But I think it was just like, I'm not like anyone, okay? I'm just very, I shelter myself. I don't want to be involved. I don't want to be involved. I don't want to see it. Yeah, Pippa guarding her wizard powers, yeah. Were you guys... Not to think she's run to the court for Joshi, what the hell? People holding in her wizard powers. Trading, not card battles? What the fuck? Dude, I was more into trading, right? Card battles were okay, but everyone always wanted to do the... If you lose the battle, you get a card from the other person's deck, and I was like, I'm not giving up my stuff. You'll take one of my really rare cards, right? I have fucking base set cards in here. I have like the original fucking... I have like fossil and jungle cards in here, and you fuckers are gonna take them from me. Fuck you. You're gonna take my foil or hollow Gyarados. Which eventually somebody ended up doing. Just lose the card game, Pippa. It wasn't worth it. Kid stole my base set Venusaur. Fucking murder that kid. First edition Pokemon deck was the reason they had to change the trainer rule. That's how I got so many holographic cards. Oh my god. Handle your shiny Magikarp. I don't remember a shiny Magikarp card. But I was really attached to my Pokemon cards, you know? Like, that was... Like, I couldn't afford to get that many of them. So, it's like losing them was... Like, I had amassed a large collection over the course of years, you know? And it wasn't like... It wasn't like, oh yeah, my parents took me out to go buy Pokemon cards so I could play the game with you guys. It was like... I had spent years before I found people that I could... trade Pokemon cards with and stuff. And I had been collecting for years. Pippa plays Triple Triad stream. That's a Final Fantasy XIV game, right? Did you have any of the Team Rocket cards? I did. I had Rocket's Meowth, which was like one of my favorite cards. Oh, Final Fantasy VIII. Does your family have witches in it? I don't know. I don't know. I think one of my siblings considers themselves kinda, but I'm not sure if they ever grew out of that. I feel like they probably should have, right? But I'm not sure. Teacher took all my cards away and gave them away to the class. What? Perokami, if my teacher had done that, I would have committed actual acts of violence upon them. If my teacher had done that, I would have committed a violence. That you don't fucking do that. Jesus Christ. What did you do? Did your parents call them or anything and tell them how expensive the fucking cards are? Don't bring things that you aren't willing to share. Oh my god. Took my whole binder. Had all the OG Yu-Gi-Oh cards? What the hell? You didn't like tell your parents or anything? What the hell? Perokami, what the fuck? I just looked up how much a first edition Holo Charizard is worth now, and I wish I still had it. I used to like bringing stuff to school, but I always stash stuff in my desk. I never shared or anything. I always stash stuff in my desk. Where can I get a Pippa card? I would love there to be a Face Connect trading card game. It would be so amazing. Like if we could do a Face Connect trading card game. Like I would lose my mind. That would be amazing. I was in like first grade. Never crossed my mind to say anything honestly. Face Connect TCG, the Pipkin Pippa deck is full of glories. Oh my god. Doesn't even need to be a game, just a collectible series. A CCS collectible card set. I don't know. Pippa would be the worst card. Unironically, knowing my luck, I would be like the worst card in the set. In elementary school, I didn't have any trading cards, but I told kids I had all of them, and they believed me. I lied once that I lied once to this other girl. I said I had a Hello Kitty themed room. I said I had a Hello Kitty themed room. I was always so jealous, right? Like, who the hell has a themed room? Like, I remember watching this show, right? There used to be this show on television that was like, all about like decking out kids' rooms, putting like gumball machines and stuff in there. And like when you go to the store, right, you'd always see like Hello Kitty bedspread. Lisa Frank comforter, you know? But we couldn't afford that. All my shit was secondhand. All my shit was secondhand and a mishmash of random shit, you know? So I thought it was like the coolest thing ever as a kid. To have like a themed room. You know? To have like one of my family relatives had like a tiger themed room. Her room was like all tiger stuff. She had all these tiger posters and these tiger figurines and like tiger bedspread, and I was like, that is so fucking Cool. What about a themed birthday? Man. You wanna talk about... You wanna talk about redneck? I only ever had one birthday party in my life. I only ever did one birthday party. And the cards that I handed out. Mama can help me make them. We pulled out the printer and we made some cards on the computer, and we just folded them. We folded. We printed out paper. We printed out birthday cards and folded together paper. Cut out a bunch of cards and folded them. And 2 people showed up. I invited the whole class, and 2 people showed up. And that was when I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. Not doing that one again. You guys had birthday parties. I had one. Base 2 people though, yeah. You're 2 best friends for life, right? I don't... I mean, this was before, like, we had cell phones and stuff. Like, not before cell phones were existing, but kids didn't have cell phones, so... I kinda just lost contact with them, I guess. I ended up moving schools that year. And I moved back to that school a couple years later, and I think one of them was still there. And then after that I lost contact with them again, because again that year I ended up moving again. For my last birthday, no one wanted to come, so my mom bribed them with cake, and then they left after they finished eating. What the hell? I'm pretty sure they still remember you. Maybe. I'm a pretty forgettable person though. Like, I don't, I really don't stand out much. I really don't stand out much. I always kind of like keep to myself. And cause literally a talking rabbit. Well, I mean in Phase World, where everybody's a talking rabbit or a talking animal. You got more birthdays for people to come to. I don't know. I could do like a birthday stream, but I don't wanna like bait donos or anything with that, you know? Like, I feel like when people do birthday streams, it's like expected people will donate. I'd rather celebrate other people's birthdays than draw attention to myself like that. Chapter 8. Yuichi leaves the house to talk with a lawyer, and Punpun's friends come over to watch the porno they found. They put the tape in the VCR and the video starts up, only to stop abruptly and play something entirely different. On the screen, a man stares into the camera and confesses that he has just murdered his entire family. It was an act of love, he claims, since he could not bear to watch them continue on with their meaningless lives. He poses the question, what is true happiness? However, he has a sense of guilt he doesn't understand, and releases his tension into a strange dance the boys follow along to. The man continues, he has stowed the bodies in the abandoned factory along with a great sum of money for whoever is courageous enough and curious enough to go find it. He begs the viewer to search and help the story go viral. And his video cuts out just in time to see the aftermath of the porno. Seki is upset they got a prank video, and the boys go home. Yuichi returns with a movie to watch, and Punpun teaches him his new dance. Magapado, thank you for the 2,500 clip arts! Happy birthday, Pippa, whenever it is. It's not for a long time. But, yeah, I'll do a 3-minute long birthday stream. In honor of turning 3.3, I'll do a birthday stream that's 3 minutes long. How can you say you love your family if you won't even kill them? Oh no. Does this ever get resolved? Even reading into chapter or reading into volume 2 a little bit. I never turning 3.3 next year is 3.33. It's true. They never find the bodies. They go into the factory, yeah, but they never found the bodies or anything, right? I don't remember that. 3.3 hag love. They dismissed it as a prank. Yeah. It makes me curious. I think it's just a prank? That'd make more sense, probably. Strange to see a story actually, like, go through with that, you know? Wow. I have a lot of pictures up. Ah! There's Mama Punpun, Papa Punpun, 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭. But this is what that scene's from, is when they're heading to the place. No, my birthday is not today. It's March 3rd. Goodnight. Is Leah some kind of animal? No, she's just an alien. She's just an alien. Baggy Mama Punpun, oh my god. My chair! Oh my god. But yeah, chapter 9. Yuichi is making curry and Punpun asks to make it extra spicy because he knows his uncle likes it best that way. Punpun waters the pot while Yuichi answers a knock at the door. A woman and her child selling space cosmo water door to door to share the health and happiness of their god. Meanwhile, Punpun asks his own god when Papa will return and then goes to ask his uncle where the cheese grater is. Although Yuichi repeatedly states his disinterest in this health water, the saleswoman does not relent. Until Yuichi screams at her that there is no god, just as Punpun approaches. Eye level with the woman's small daughter, Punpun sees that it is none other than 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭. So all this time, throughout the manga, Punpun had been doing that little chant. The dear God, tinkle tinkle hoy. Doing the little spell to summon God so he can ask questions. I just noticed the BGM. What is this? Copyright free sounds. Speaking of which, Pedro has the God profile picture. I don't understand why someone thought Nick should participate in whatever this is. You a tourist? You a tourist, man? Wardroids? Untermensch? You a tourist? You're on the wrong side of town, buddy. You're on the wrong side of town, buddy. Listen, buddy. You better back off right now, buddy. You better back off right now, buddy. You better back off. We don't take too well to you stranger folk out here. We don't take too well, you stranger folk out here. You best get now. Tourist hate. Tourist hate! I think I am. There's some scary child yelling at me. It's a little intimidating. Hey, what the fuck, man? I'm not a child. I'm 3. So yeah, it was pretty, I don't know, I guess, what's the term? I guess nostalgic almost, you know? Like, there are so many things, you know, like the parents do, or adults do when you're young. They're like, oh yeah, the Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus. And then, like, they just casually, like, let it slip in front of somebody else. And your worldview just kinda... Yeah, either your worldview shatters and you don't know how to cope with it, or... You're just kinda... You just kinda pretend it didn't happen. And I think with Punpun, he just continues to believe in God. Despite his uncle Yuichi saying what he said. But man, I'm really curious. Is this cult based on anything? Is this cult based on anything? I know there's a number of cults, right? There's a number of cults in Japan. Is this one actually based on anything, or is it just something absurd that the author came up with? Imagine having your worldview shadow over Santa Claus. Couldn't be me. I just kinda... When I was younger, I didn't really believe in anything, you know? I don't understand. Kids learn that adults lie when they find out about the bunny and the red old man. How come they still trust the government? I know, right? What the hell? This cult is not based. No. Oh, okay. But yeah, like with Santa, right? Like I don't think I ever actually believed in Santa. Because it didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense to me. I was like, if there's no photographs of Santa, how do I know he exists? My parents were like, well, you met Santa at the mall. And I'm like, so Santa's at every single mall? So, you're telling me Santa really came to our small podunk town? Because Santa was also in like the little parade. So Santa works for Salvation Army? That's pretty interesting. Shouldn't he be off making toys? Pain in the ass kid, just be happy. Nah, man. I fucking couldn't, man. I fucking couldn't. I was a goddamn internet skeptic even before using the internet. Do the funny eye trick. Man, I was so couldn't even stop acting like a Redditor for Christmas. Nope. Nope. I was just like, that doesn't make any sense. So you're telling me Santa makes all those toys and delivers them all throughout the world? Pipkin, our chimney. We have a wood burning stove, right? And this chimney is like 3 inches in diameter, okay? Like the fat man is not sliding through the chimney, alright? The Easter Bunny? Alright, the Easter Bunny? Without a doubt in my mind, the Easter Bunny didn't exist. They couldn't even have a common consensus about what he looked like, and you're telling me you expect me to... You're expecting me to believe the Easter Bunny exists? Now the Tooth Fairy, though, that was something else entirely, right? The Tooth Fairy was something else entirely. I did believe in the Tooth Fairy for a little bit. Right? Because with the Tooth Fairy, it's like, oh, yeah. Because, like, my parents, like, fooled me. With the Tooth Fairy. To this day, I have no idea how they did it, right? To this day, I had no idea how they did it. But I used to sleep on the couch in the living room, right? At one of the houses we lived at. I used to sleep on the couch in the living room. And I would, So I lost one of my teeth, and I put it under the pillow, and I used to, like, run back and forth. That entire night, I used to go back and forth between one pillow on one side of the couch and one pillow on the other side of the couch. And somehow my parents managed to slip $1 under my pillow and take the tooth while I was checking the other pillow. And to this fucking day, I have no idea how they did it. I have no idea how they managed to slip the $1 there. Real magic. And from that moment on, I was like, shit, maybe the Tooth Fairy does exist. Maybe the Tooth Fairy does exist. Or your parents ninjas, they might as well have been. For a child, you were easy to trick, I guess. But that's how I was fooled for a little bit into believing in the Tooth Fairy. Because it couldn't be explained, you know? It couldn't be explained! How did the dollar get under my pillow? How did they do it? To this day, I don't know. But, Christmas, right? Christmas. So, like, sleeping in the living room, you know, I would have seen Santa. I would have seen Santa. I would have seen Santa. And, I played, I did a little bit of self-sabotage, right? So one year I was like, Santa, I wrote a letter, right? I wrote a letter to Santa. And I stood in the backyard and I said, Santa, if you're real, what I want is a Digivice. I want a real Digivice, Santa. And I only told Santa that year. Later on, after Christmas ended and I was inevitably disappointed, I ended up telling my parents I wanted a Digivice again. But, before then, I only told Santa. And I didn't get it. Happy Satan, thank you for becoming a big pee. Here at work, drinking a root beer while my manager stares into me with the fury of 1,000 suns. How you, Pipkin? I'm doing good. I hope your day gets better. Maybe give your manager like maybe give him a root beer. Maybe that'll calm him down. We're just naughty. No, listen. I did some things that were naughty. All right, one time Mama Ken was vacuuming. Mama Ken was vacuuming. Give him a little kiss. Yeah, give your manager a little kiss, a little smooch. Mama Ken pulled the vacuum out. And she pulled the couch out, like a couple feet from the wall. And while she was vacuuming, I hid behind the couch and I said swear words. And I felt so rebellious in that moment. I felt alive. I said fuck and crap like 3 times. And I felt so alive! I felt so powerful! Your sensation will be eternal! Was it worth it? Yeah. Did you say damn in hell? Yeah. Did you punch Santa for not giving you a Digiman device? No, but the next year... I vividly remember this. The next year, right, we went to the mall and I sat on Santa's lap and I said, you're not real. So you're not real. And the Santa man, he looked at me and he was like, of course I'm real. What do you mean? What can I get you for Christmas, little girl? And I said, you're not real, and if you are real, then I want a real living dinosaur. And I said it with such sass. I was so sassy to this man. Like, I really thought, oh god, my eyes itch. I really thought I had him, you know? I really thought that, like, I really thought I had pulled a gotcha on this man. I was like... But you're not real, so it's not gonna happen. He's just like, okay, well, let's be reasonable. How about a small dinosaur? If I give you a real dinosaur, it'll destroy the house. And I was like, nope, I want a real dinosaur. And he was like, okay, what kind of dinosaur? And I was like, I want a T-Rex. And he was like, but a T-Rex will eat you. And I was like, I want a real life-size T-Rex as tall as this building. And he was like, okay, well, I'll see what I can do. Are you sure you can't settle for a toy T-Rex? And I just said no. He was trying to read. He was doing his best, damn it. And I told Grandma Ken what I told grandmakin what I asked for. And I think that year, she bought me a whole set of dinosaurs. Arc 1, Santa 0. Thank you, Anna, for the $1. She bought me a whole set of like pretty nice quality dinosaur figurines. And man, so I was still like I wasn't fooled, and I was so proud of myself for not being fooled, right? I was like yeah, well, Grandma Kim bought these for me. I know it says Santa on the package, but actually it was Grandma Kim. And I remember saying it so confidently to my parents. I was like, I know Santa didn't buy these presents. I know Santa didn't make these presents. And Mama Kid and Papa Kid were like, what do you mean? It says Santa on them. Santa got them for you. And I was like, then why did Santa Kin deliver them to Grandma's house? And Papa Kid was like, well, because he got the wrong address. And I was like, nope. Santa's not real. Santa is not real. Why did you torture that poor old man? Because I was an asshole. And then there was the Easter Bunny. And then there was the Easter Bunny. With the Easter Bunny, right? So I was over at a cousin's house for Easter. And we were downstairs in the basement playing God, what was the name of that game? We were playing some not solitaire. We were playing something really close to solitaire, me and some other kids. And I guess I forgot to close the... Or no, they did close the curtain. They did close the curtain. And they closed the curtain in the basement. And like, I wasn't even thinking about it. I just opened the curtain, right? And I was looking outside and I saw some of the older kids were placing Easter eggs around the yard. And I was like, oh, he's really not real! The Easter Bunny really was a lie! And I told the other kids, and that's how I got in trouble and hated by the adults for being the kid that ruined the Easter Bunny for the other kids. And they fucking hated me, right? Like, this cousin, like, unironically was pissed off at me. She was pissed off. I red pilled them. She was so pissed off at me. And I was like, well, they have to know the truth eventually. I was in like fucking the 3rd grade. I was in like the 3rd grade and I was like, they have to know. She was so mad at me. I didn't understand why she was so mad at me. And now as an adult, I get it. You know, it's like, yeah. So that's my experience with folklore, folktales. If the Easter Bunny isn't real, where do the chocolate eggs come from? Eggs are made to produce children, but these eggs don't contain embryos. They only contain chocolate. They come from the Easter chicken. I don't know. You're an adult on some. Should have offered her a blue pill or a red pill. God, I can only imagine if I had watched The Matrix at that age. I probably would have been around out. I can imagine myself like running around being like, we have to red pill them. We can't let them live in the Matrix anymore. We have to We have to let them choose their reality. We can't lie to them. I would have been so serious about it. Oh man. I thought the Easter Bunny died on the cross for our sins. The chocolate eggs are his body that we consume on Easter to symbolize our covenant from it. What the fuck? Man. But I always had that. I was agnostic, I guess. I was an agnostic folktale atheist. Because then when other kids were like, yes, obviously Santa's not real, then I would challenge them. I'd be like, how do you know he's not real? Obviously, it looks like he isn't, but how do you know? And then some other kid would chime in, well, I saw him eat the cookies. And I'd be like, how do you know that wasn't your dad? I will look it up. Hopefully it's not something... the view or theory that the self is all that can be known to exist. This is like the guy, right? That, who is that guy that has the YouTube channel where he's like, you can become God. I am myself God. I operate on a higher plane than everybody else, and I'm trying to understand you. I'm trying to understand you mortal creatures. And I just want you to know that reality is constructed by us. We construct our own reality. You don't know how hard it is knowing everything it is that happens day in and day out. And right now, as I'm talking to you, I see everything. And then he gets like a fucking delivery. The fucking doorbell rings. And he heads over to the door and he's like, oh, I'm live right now, Mom. I'm streaming right now. And it's like, wow! Damn, really breaking the magic there, man. Really breaking the magic. How did you not know you were gonna get a delivery? Let's say, theoretically, Santa isn't real. One of those YouTube cults. There's gonna be the one person in my audience who's like, I believe in that! Should have blasted his mom away with his mind powers. Mom. It was a delivery. No, you're thinking of 𝐒𝐡𝐴𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵. I'm thinking of a YouTube cult guy. He even like actively encourages his members to kill themselves too. Like he's bonkers. He's a little bonkers. Excuse me, streamer. I believe in Santa. He's like, the best thing you can do is kill yourself. I was like, oh, okay. It's kind of crazy. And then you go to his forum and there's people in there that like actually want to... Who is that guy? I don't remember his name. I'd have to check through my I guess browsing history. Thanks for ruining the magic, streamer. Collab with him! Oh my god, no. But anyways. Keep your voice down, you're gonna red pill. Keep your voice down, you're gonna red pill my little brother. Break the conditioning! Break the conditioning! Santa is not real! Was he IRL or is he one of the weird blue people? Are you thinking of the Blue Man Group? No, he's a real person. Santa denier mental gymnastics are so strong that they commit Minecraft to prove their point. Oh my god. Santa deniers are just seething because they get coal every year. What's your opinion on Elf on the Shelf? So, Elf on the Shelf is like, it's like a little elf that narcs on you to the feds, right? A little Elf on the Shelf fucker. He like narcs on you to your parents every time you do something wrong. He's a little piece of shit. I probably would have killed him. Like, I know that sounds insane, right? But like, if my parents had done something like that to me, I would have taken the fucking Elf on the Shelf and I would have fucking given him like an underwater funeral. I would have fucking taken him out into the stream out the back and sent him down the river. We do not don't fuck with the narc shit, man. Like, I'm sorry, but literally 1984. Literally 1984. Literally, unironically, that fucking Elf on the Shelf thing is some 1984 shit. If you took fucking Elf on the Shelf, you were a narc. I know. But man, you fucking take that Elf on the Shelf thing. If you put that in a book, right? If you put that in a book and you were like, you could just imagine it as a line in 1984, right? You could imagine it and be like, and come the holiday season, in order to continue towing the party line, parents would buy a product known as Elf on the Shelf, provided by the party for sale for the average consumer. And it operated as a sort of test of courage, or a test of loyalty for the family. It worked as a way to condition their children, to start them young. And it just fucking talked about like how parents would use like Elf on the Shelf to like report the misbehavior, or teaching their children, right, to like narc on each other. Teaching their children to like narc on each other and report each other to their parents, and yeah, the Fed above the bed. That's what they should have called it. That's what they should have fucking called it. Give your kids paranoia for fun. I never knew Elf on the Shelf was real. I thought it was a meme. Yeah, it's real. Kids were the ones narking on parents in 1984. True. Shit, I forgot about that. But I can just imagine a version, right? And it doesn't even have a camera in it, right? It doesn't even have a camera in it. It's entirely to just play mind games. Elf on the Shelf is actually parents getting kids ready for real world glowies. Oh my god. Never had one growing up. Is there lore attached to Elf on the Shelf? I never had one either. But the Elf on the Shelf thing is that like you put the elf out on like the fireplace and he like watches your children. And the point is like he tells Santa or something if the child misbehaves. Elf on the Shelf is just an early version of Alexa spyware. True. Everyone in chat realizing this is a real thing and it's dystopian and horrifying. It's pretty fucked up. It's pretty fucked up. Like, hold on. Can I find like a video of it or something? Elf on the Shelf. Baby's first psyop. Is there like a commercial maybe? Let's go, baby.
The elf on the shelf, oh, where can you be? I pop out of bed each morning to see you watch as I try to do as I should. At night you tell Santa the news is all good. Families together, the magic and joy. Christmas is special for each girl and boy. Elf on the shelf, the elf on the shelf.
The Elf on the Shelf. A Christmas tradition book includes Santa's Scout Elf.
You watch as I morning to see. You watch as I. You watch as I. You watch as I. You watch as I try. You watch as I try. You watch as I try to do as I should. At night you tell Santa the news is all good. At night you tell Santa the news is all good. Families.
It's literally 1984, bro. I'm not even fucking around. I'm not even fucking around, bro. I'm not even fucking joking, chat. It's called a fucking Scout Elf. What the fuck? What the fuck? It's so fucked. It's so fucked. Conditioning children to live in a surveillance state. Literally.
Abby, you need to come downstairs or someone that wants to see you.
Teaching your child to be excited about government surveillance.
Look up here, you see him?
The elf on the shelf, creating family moments that last a lifetime.
Look for the cameras. Smile for the cameras. Make the government aware of where you are at all times. Make sure the government knows. Smile. Smile for them. Be happy. You're living in safety now. The government will take care of you. Creating child engagement. Creating little fucking narcs. We saw what you did, Pippa. Big Brother is always watching. Anime document, thank you so much for the $100. Thank you, thank you. Oh god, it's gonna get loud. Or maybe not. Maybe it won't get loud. I think it loud. Thank you so much! Song, don't go! Did you guys break Stream Elements? Did you guys break it? Did you guys fucking break it, man? It's in the Stream Elements thing. I'm not sure why it didn't play. Scammed. Huh. Somebody said to bring up the Elves Never Sleep or something? Or the Scout Elf music video? Scout Elf music video? Pippa, I hate this. Scout Elves don't rest.
When the sun goes
Why did that play? Well, thank you, Bingo Panic, for the
Stars fill
$5.
the skies and you cuddle in your covers and shut your little eyes and you slip into slumber and dreams swirl in. That's the time when the party begins. Scout elves don't rest when the nighttime comes. Got the house to myself, I have some fun. I eat and play and jump and run. Scout elves don't rest when the nighttime comes. They're playing carols on the radio all month long. I could dance all night to every song and head to the kitchen to stuff my tub. Scout elves don't rest when the nighttime comes. I could hang from a glider and sail on the breeze, or swing a chandelier like a flying trapeze, or take our dog out on a late night run. Scout elves don't rest when the nighttime comes. I dress for the weather. I bake up treats. I grab Santa's letters and fly up north to see Saint Nick, then head back home and make it quick. Scout elves don't rest when the nighttime comes. Got the house to myself, I have some fun. I build snowmen and sing the song. Scout elves don't rest when the nighttime comes. The elf on the shelf doesn't rest when the nighttime comes. Yeah.
That was fucking horrible. Why would you have me watch that? Why would you ask me to watch that? That was horrible. Castle Doctrine should apply to elves. It fucking does. Alright, really, what's stopping you, right? What's stopping you from asking your parents for a BB gun for Christmas and just blowing this little fucker's head off? Uruka! Hello! Yeah, Uruka, we're scared too. We're scared of the fucking government surveillance propaganda being fed to our children. Hello? Oh, there's a sing-along version. There's a sing-along version, chat. Say the Pledge of Allegiance to your elf overlord, chat. Say your Pledge of Allegiance to him. Partake in the songs of surveillance. It's fun. It's fun. It's enjoyable. Being watched is good. Being watched is good. Government's your friend. The government's good guys. Literal propaganda. Christmas karaoke when? I don't know. The hell? The entire history of Mr. Beast? Oh god, YouTube's a rabbit hole. I'm getting distracted. Anyways, we're talking about Punpun. Slurp, 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 slurp. You know the Grinch wouldn't have stolen Christmas if that girl didn't lie about Santa Claus being real? Pippa plus Uruka, Elf on the Shelf, sing along the wet wind? Never. Slurp, 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 slurp. So yeah, the little girl being part of a, like her mother being part of a cult. That's pretty interesting. I wonder how that's gonna happen, like what's gonna happen with that later. Again, my initial guesses were that, fucking dog. Let's do it? No, Uruka, I will not partake in, surveillance propaganda with you. I will not partake in feeding and spreading child-based propaganda to promote surveillance with you, Uruka. It's not happening. It's not happening. But, Chapter 10. Mortified, 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 takes off running and Punpun runs after her. A bad runner, he only catches up when 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 is hit by a bicycle and falls over. When she stands up, she yells at Punpun for lying to her about where he lived. She didn't want any of her new classmates to know about her mother's cult involvement, lest they think her a freak like at her old school. Punpun swears he doesn't think badly of her. 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 says she will walk to Kagoshima to live with her rich, sane doctor uncle. Punpun holds her from behind, and 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 makes him promise to come to Kagoshima with her at the end of the semester. That uncle's gonna bad touch or something, I just fucking know it. I just fucking know it. Something's gonna happen to 𝐒𝐡𝐭, right? Some bad thing's gonna happen to 𝐒𝐡𝐭. I assume it's bad touch. I don't know what else. Something's gonna happen. Right? 𝐒𝐡𝐭 is like a sacrificial pawn to traumatize Punpun. Not the uncle, but close. May I offer an egg in these trying times? There you go, Uruka. Enjoy an egg. Enjoy an egg, Uruka. Uncles get such a bad rep. Yeah, they do. Uncle is a fine guy, but a failure. I thought he's a rich doctor. Pippa's scared of the elf assassin taking her out if she speaks too much. Wiki left out the part where she said she'd kill him if they broke. Yeah. That was a bit extreme. That was a bit extreme. Fucking 𝐒𝐡𝐭 goes right for it. If you break this promise, I'll kill you. Have you ever seen a good uncle? I have two uncles that I know well. I have plenty more uncles, but I have two uncles that I'm most familiar with. And they never did anything bad touch, you know. But like, so one uncle, right? One uncle works for the reptilians, and then the other uncle is like, well, at least he got abducted by aliens, and he has predicted the apocalypse several times, and it has not happened. It has not happened yet. He's a little bit of a drunk. Smokes a lot. Lives in a literal shack with like I think there's electricity. There's some electricity. I think. Oh, he has a generator. He has a generator for electricity. And, doesn't have heating, doesn't have air conditioning. And, his house smells awful. Surrounded by cats. But he's a good man. He's a good man. The area around him was on fire, and he almost lost his home. And his first thought was to call up Mamakin. And she went down there with a bunch of crates. And he like enlisted the help of more people, and like instead of saving any of his personal belongings or anything, or even trying to, like, instead of trying to protect his stuff, like, his first thought was to try and save all those cats. And that really gave me a lot of respect for him. Cat hoarding uncle, they don't really like come in the house or anything. It's more like he just lets them live on his land and everything. And like there's like chipmunks and stuff, and he'd like feed chipmunks out of his hand and everything. Like, he's a really good man. He's crazy. He's batshit insane. Yeah, Dogul is excited for some reason. But yeah, based cat uncle, man. I just wish it wasn't so goddamn crazy. I just wish it wasn't so goddamn crazy. Like, he's a amazing person. He's an amazing person, but like, holy shit. He's literally you though. Shut up. Shut up. Man, he doesn't have a job or anything. He ended up moving from his old place. And he ended up, it's hard to say stuff without giving up personal information. He ended up moving to this place out on, basically like out on a farm. And he basically gets all of his earnings and everything from just helping out his friend, you know? Like, he doesn't want much except for beer and cigarettes. And the other stuff he's into. So, just like that and food is the thing he gets his payments in, really. And he just lives in that dingy little shack, tending the cows. The French diet. And taking care of the several dozen cats that are out there. taking care of the several dozen cats that are out there. If he's happy with that, a simple life isn't a bad thing. I don't know if he's happy. Yeah, he lost his wife, and not really. I don't think he's been happy since then. You gotta love him while he's still around. Had a crazy uncle like that, and I miss him a lot. He did a lot of crazy shit, but he had a good heart. Yeah, he's a good man. He actually offered to let me come move out there. He was like, oh, BGM, sorry. He offered to let me come move out there, and I was like, dude, I need internet. I need internet to be able to do the stuff that I want to do. I was like, but thank you. I was offered to just go take care of cows and live in a shack. Sounds like an incest plot. Hell no. He'd never do anything like that. Nah, there have been bad things that have happened. And he's always been very morally upstanding. He's been always very morally upstanding. He tries to protect people. You could be a Disney princess out there. I need internet! Pippa live from the Stream Shack. Count noises instead of BGM. Need to get him a lady. I don't think he could ever love anybody else. I don't think he could ever love anybody else as much as he loved her. Get Musk the Starling. Oh my god. Pip Uncle has unironically won our hearts. Matt, he's insane though. He's insane though. Maybe one day his predictions of the apocalypse will be right. God save us all. We like Insane Pippa collab with Insane Uncle. Oh my god, you know what? Unironically, I bet I could get him to record some voice stuff. I bet I could get him to record some stuff. I could ask his opinions on some things and he'll just go for hours. How insane compared to Punpun Uncle? Oh my, Punpun's uncle isn't even in the equation. Pipuncle. Pipuncle's fucking insane. I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. Let's get him a live 2D model. Oh my god. The problem is can't really get into politics on stream. And he tends to get into politics. But I'll see. I'll ask him about the aliens or something. Have him use the hamster. The hamster? Pippa's Uncle Terry. Yeah, actually, when you put it like that, they are kind of... Holy shit, they're a lot alike. Holy shit. I have my own Uncle Terry. Holy shit. Holy shit. But my uncle's not like a programmer. My uncle's not a programmer. He's just a farmer, you know? He's just a farmer. You just realized? I just fucking realized. Man. Oh my god. Oh god. I'm sorry, my brain is fried now. Okay, chapter 11. Cows instead of computers, yeah. Chapter 11. Punpun asks his uncle about getting to Kagoshima and is told that plane or train is expensive and it's too far to walk. Meanwhile, Seki tries to coerce his drunk broke dad into reopening their lunch store. Shimizu's mother sends him on an errand. On the way out, he meets the god of poop and complains that the Kamehameha he taught him did not work. Seki catches Shimi being weird, and when Shimi tells him he just spoke with the god of poop, Seki punches him. Seki sees Mrs. Shimizu's wallet and asks him to borrow some cash, only to chide Shimi for actually agreeing. Punpun runs into them. Harumi and Komatsu, waiting for Punpun, entertain the idea of searching for the money in the abandoned miso factory, and Seki appears with Punpun and Shimi and offers to show them where the factory is just to prove that the tape was a prank and there's no such thing as free money. Smart kid, smart kid. Yeah, so is Shimizu schizophrenic? Or does he just have an overactive imagination? It could go either way in this, right? It could either just be like the author like illustrating more absurdism. It could just be like the kid has a very overactive imagination, or it could be schizophrenic. He's schizo? He has terminal Pipkin. What the fuck? Oh man, it's explained later on. Oh god. I think he's just a kid. Chat seems to be hinting at something else. Later on. Oh. He goes on the short bus. He's just like me, bros. He's just like me. It seemed like more than imagination. It really did. Got hit hard with the Pipkin. Oh my god. He tanked level 30 Pipkin. Man, what the hell? I guess the one kid was right though. There's no such thing as free money, and they never find anything. They never find anything. I don't remember much of his character. I just remember him being delusional. Pippa's bus is so short, it's only got 2 rows. What the hell? Guys, Boogie has died again. Press F for his YouTube's like it. What the fuck? Don't put all your points into Pipkin. Don't put any points into Pipkin. What do you mean? Maybe I just needed God all along. Chapter 12. Punpun is eager to look for the money so he can buy tickets to Kagoshima so 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 won't kill him. Harumi is worried about the dead bodies while the boys decide whether to go. The girls from their class walk by dressed in yukata on the way to the Tanabata festival. 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 decides she wants to go on the test of courage with the boys instead. They get off the bus and Seki leads the remainder of the way on foot. He says he used to hang out at this miso factory since his family's shop got their supplies here, but when the factory went under, so did their shop. The factory is huge and silent and creepy. There's blood around the entrance, and when they peer inside, they see someone approaching. At this moment, Punpun realizes his bladder is full. And that's where that leads off at. This is where this leads off. This is the crazy kid. I'd buy Pippa NFTs. Oh my god. I don't even remember most of these. Well, this is the kid. This is Seki, right? This is the one that punches this kid. Shimi? This is Shimizu? I don't remember this one. And I don't remember this one. Yeah? I only know Shimizu, 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭, and Punpun. And now I remember Seki, I guess. Is this the first time you've read Punpun? Yeah. Why is you shared a screenshot of the kids watching the sky, and that comes after where you are stopping now. This is where Volume 1 stops. This is much later. I thought this was the end, right? I thought this was the end of Volume 1. But it wasn't. This goes into... Oh, it does stop there in the physical book? That's where I thought Volume 1 ended too, but it was a lot sooner. Yeah, they should have ended with this. They should have ended with this. Pippa, check your MySpace and Jim wants on. Fuck you. It makes for a more fitting end. It really does. Like, ending with this makes the series seem more like a Scooby-Doo or something, you know? Like, ending it here makes the series seem like a funny haha comedy. But this is like, oh yeah, wow, this is a coming-of-age story. Half these kids are gonna die. One of these kids is gonna die, another one is gonna get bad touch. That's how these stories go. It's been a couple weeks since I read it though. Yeah, same. I think the English and Japanese volumes are differently organized. Ah. Coming of age, but not for all of them. Half of these kids are gonna die. Isn't that a funny haha story? I mean, I guess it can be. Dark humor or something. Not the bad touch. The physical books are on sale at a Books A Million. I've never been to a Books A Million. One of those kids will give someone the bad touch. What? Bold Wilson half will live! What the fuck is a Books A Million? I think it's like a Barnes and Nobles, but not ritzy and high class like Barnes and Nobles. Oh man. Oh man, this one time I lived in this town. I didn't live in this town. I always say I lived in this town. I lived in a town, and in reality, it's like fucking 20 miles away, but when you live out in the fucking countryside, it's like, yeah, I live in town. Yeah, I live in that town. 20 miles off the main road. But, Shit, what was I gonna say? Ah, this town. This town had a bookstore in it. This town had a fucking bookstore in it that had a temperature controlled, like, high security room. And that was my introduction to rare books. That was my introduction. And I was like, holy shit. Yeah, in town, can barely qualify as a town. It's a post office and a saloon. Bing bang. But man, I went in there and I was like, he had like fucking first editions of such ridiculously rare books. Like, he had books in there that were like $20,000. And I was just sitting there like, sir, I came in here to buy manga. Holy shit. You read them blind, man. I would've. Like, I didn't expect it either. Like, the shop didn't look like anything special from the outside, but then you go on the inside and it's like, holy shit. Like, there were fucking metal bars up and everything. Was the manga with the rare books? No. God, I don't even remember what he had. I was just more shocked by, like, the mere sight of it. I think he had, like, some first editions of, like, Sherlock Holmes or something. I have an 1870s edition of Grimm's Fairy Tales in Factor. Huh. Sell the books to fund your MMO addiction. I didn't have any. Did you have Realms of the Unreal? I don't know. I'll have your finest Inuyasha, good sir. I was so dumb when I was a kid with how I came to picking out books. Did you have to wear white gloves and everything when you looked at them? I didn't. We weren't allowed to touch them. They were in a temperature-controlled box and everything. It was all display cases. The room itself, like, you walk into the room and there's like fucking iron bars up, and behind the iron bars, like, these things were more carefully stored than fucking guns in like a Walmart, you know? Like, these were like, Jesus Christ. Poor Europeans in my audience are probably sitting here like, what the fuck, guns in a Walmart? What the fuck are you talking about, Pippa? But yeah. It was like there were iron bars. They're like these thin iron bars. And I'm trying to remember. It was like a I think it was like a rotating display case or something. And like, the room itself, when you walked into it, it was temperature controlled and everything. And there were some books just out, I think, and then like the first editions and like signed books and stuff were in like that, like, literally locked up behind bars. I wonder if I could find pictures to show you guys without doxing. Maybe like a rare book display will show something similar. No. But yeah, it was like a big deal. For most of the room, it was like, oops. For most of the room, it was like this. So like, when you walked around the room normally, it was like this. Like, there were just regular cabinets. And the books were in there, and you still weren't allowed to like open it and look at the books or anything. Don't dox rare book, bro. But then there was like the really fucking rare stuff. And that just like fried my brain. That just fried my brain. I felt intimidated. I felt intimidated, right? Because like most bookstores, Most bookstores that I went into as a kid, they'd be like, "Oh, what are you looking for?" And I'd be like, "Ah, I like Stephen King." And they'd be like, "Oh my god, somebody your age reading Stephen King? Wow, that's so cool. I love Stephen King. Yeah, here you go." And like that's actually how I got free books sometimes. Is going to little thrift stores. And one time the bookstore clerk guy was like so impressed or whatever that I was so young and liked Stephen King that he just straight up gave me like 6 Stephen King books for free. And in hindsight, I think that was to try and get me to like come back and buy more and stuff because I had such a good time. But he gave me like The Green Mile and God, I can't remember what else. But I was so amazed. Like I was so happy. You're being grilled. Shut up, chat. But then this guy at this bookstore, I was like, "Yeah, I like Stephen King." And this guy was like, "Ah, Stephen King, kind of a common choice. Have you ever? How about these?" And I don't remember like what he named off or whatever. We started talking about like I think more classic literature, but more obscure, you know, not like like this guy is a fucking connoisseur, right? Like this guy is a fucking connoisseur. This guy was like fucking Pride and Prejudice and stuff would not be like a big thing for this guy. He was fucking fancy. And in hindsight, I kinda interpreted him as being like a bit of a book snob. But now in hindsight, I think he was more, I can't say for sure because I mean I haven't seen the guy in so long, but I feel like there's like this let me break out MS Paint. Let me break out MS Paint. Okay, so like with books, right? You have like the stuff that's you have like the new mainstream, right? You have the stuff that's new and mainstream. What the fuck? Fucking I don't use paint very often. You have the stuff that's like new and mainstream. And this is the stuff that's mocked for like use Comic Sans. No, I like wild words. This is the stuff that's like popular with like teenage girls and stuff. This is like, oh, Twilight. Why did I break out the fucking brush tool to write stuff? I have, oh my god, like this is like Twilight, Hunger Games, whatever Oprah writes. Okay, fucking Oprah. Like that kind of shit, you know. And then you have like classic literature, right? You have like classic. And this is like Tom Sawyer, Pride and Prejudice. Why did I say it like that? Sherlock Holmes. Like that kind of stuff, right? Fucking The Picture of Dorian Gray. I'd put 1984 more in like the mainstream. I feel like 1984 is more of a mainstream, and then like maybe like Catcher in the Rye and well, maybe those would still go on classics because that's still stuff that will be like assigned reading, right? So this stuff is like assigned reading, right? This stuff is like assigned reading. This is like kids willingly read. Willingly. And then you have like the... You have like the hipster stuff, you know? Or like niche, we'll say niche. Where this is like this is like manga, comic books, how to books. Okay, kids. They're just people. Okay, people willingly read. You know, average people, normies. Normies willingly read. This is stuff normies will willingly read, right? Okay. NPC books, yeah. And then you have like... It's like a... It's kind of like a... It's like a scale, right? I should have made this like a scale, you know? And you have all these people that are like different categories. Like, oh yeah, I like new and mainstream, and I'll branch out like... So this way is like different stuff that they don't normally read, this isn't normally part of like your genre. And then this way is like I guess appreciating your genre only, blah 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 blah, right? So people this little battlegrass. What is Tolkien stuff in? Probably either classics or mainstream. Cause it's stuff that's like acceptable to read and acceptable to be popular, right? And I guess some things overlap, you know? 1984 is pretty mainstream, but it's also considered kind of a classic. And it's like, oh, I might like a little bit. Or I guess this is more like a dot graph, you know? Like, I might read this, and like that, whatever, you know? But then you have like... You have a different breed. Connoisseur? Fuck, I don't know how to spell. Connoisseur, that doesn't look right. Connoisseur, I don't know. Alright, and these are the people where you're like... You mentioned like Pride and Prejudice? The Art of War? 1984? The Picture of Dorian Gray? Slaughterhouse 5? Like, you mentioned any of that shit? That's like basic, right? That's like basic. These are the people that like don't like rate books like that. These are the people. It's not about like what's popular, right? There's like the recognition. Yeah, this stuff was just what got popular after the fact, right? It's like you see the same shit in film, right? You have the people in film who are like, oh yeah, like Tom Sawyer, Pride and Prejudice, Sherlock Holmes, Dorian Gray, that kind of stuff. That's like the film equivalent of like fucking like whatever fucking films are popular. My brain is fried right now. My brain is fried right now. Like what are some good examples? Like The Invisible Man. The Invisible Man, Citizen Kane, like Frankenstein, like this kind of shit, right? This kind of shit. And then you have like the connoisseurs. You have like the connoisseurs who are like, have you heard of Nosferatu? Ah, yes, my... You know, a lot of people talk about the various adaptations of Dracula, but have you a real piece of cinematography? Nosferatu. And it's kind of like snobs, I guess, but it's more like This honestly goes with every type of media, music, movies, genre, or shows, games. It does. You know, it does. I don't know why I picked movies as the fucking... It's like... It's like there's a whole new world, but you don't see it as much with reading, you know? You don't see it as much with reading, because... Like, with media, with movie junkies, right? With movie junkies, or with game junkies. There you go. With game junkies... You'll hear about, like, oh yeah, Assassin's Creed is what's popular. Oh yeah, Halo's a classic game. And then, to, like, people who like games, you know, it's like, oh wow, yeah, the obvious elite choice is, like, Doom, you know? Like, oh my god, you played, like, the original Doom? Wow, that game. GoldenEye. Like, Doom, GoldenEye, fucking... Banjo-Kazooie, you know, like, oh yeah, those were like the real good games, you know. We all remember fucking Sonic and Mario, right? But like, these were the actually good games. And then, but like you see it more, you know. You see it more. You see people that appreciate underappreciated games a lot more in the gaming community. They're all good, right? But it's like levels of elitism. But then with the fucking book people, it's like they will name shit no one has ever fucking heard of, right? Because games are another game. Books have a much lower barrier of entry, right? Books have a much lower barrier to entry. Anyone can write a book. Anyone can write a book, right? You have tons and tons of self-published books. So book elitists, it's like, holy shit, you sat there and you spent your entire fucking week reading this book from this no-name author. Nobody ever heard of them. They died before the book could even get published. Holy shit. Like, the barrier for entry to write a book is so much lower than to make a game. And it takes so much more time to read a book than it does to play a game. Older books are very referential too, especially in philosophy. I mean, everything's referential, it's just that we don't... if we're not from that time, it's less likely we'll have context of that time period. It's hard to write a good book, though. It's hard to write it or do anything good. But ultimately, it's also subjective, so... You read too slow? I read pretty slow, but I like to digest, I like to digest stuff, you know? The picture looks schizo as fuck without context. But, yeah, so... Punpun. Punpun likes reading, chat. Do you like reading? Do you like reading, chat? Look at Punpun with his books. What's Punpun got there? What book is that, chat? What book is that? Oh my god. What book is that? Oh, what's he doing? What's he doing? Oh, is he like flipping through the pages? Is he flipping through the pages? What's he doing? What's he doing? Punpun has a knife. Yeah, he just fucking... Wow! Like... He's got a fucking knife! He's got a fucking knife! Oh my god! Punpun has a knife! Oh my god! Oh my god! So anyways, we have to read something from next week. We gotta read something for next week. Actually, I'm gonna do a poll. I am curious. Oh no, I looked at the numbers. Book club. Continue or stop? I want to know your guys' honest thoughts. Do you guys enjoy the book club, or would you rather another stream during the week? Frankenfran? Ah, I might force you guys to read Frankenfran Volume 1. Let's do an Xmas story? No. Ascendance of a Bookworm. Yes, the novel one, of course. Oh my god. Can't even get fucking chat to read a fucking manga. I'm very curious. So vote in the poll. Do you want a book club to continue? Or do you want to do something else? Also, next week I was thinking about doing the visual novel. Not for book club, but like just in general. Let's pull all the people at the book club if they want the book club. Well, because I'm not sure how many of you guys are just showing up just like out of obligation, you know? I'm gonna vote for continue. I can't vote for continue. Oh my god, it wants me to log in. I can't log in. Oh god, I broke it. I fucking broke it. Visual novels count as books? No, they don't. Okay, I need to unpin that so I can fucking read. Fuck! It keeps blocking it. You guys want to continue? I'm glad. I'm really glad. I'm really glad. I was kind of worried that a lot of you guys were just showing up out of like, oh, I just don't want to miss a Pippa stream. I just want to show support. So I'm very glad that you guys actually want it still. I'm very glad. Skinkaji, thank you for the... I didn't see how much. $2. All 152 volumes of Green Saga. What the hell? No. Next week we're reading Frankenfran. You guys can continue Punpun. I'm probably gonna keep reading Punpun on the side, and I'll make some like community posts or something. But I kind of want to just do like the first volume of something each week, so it's easier for people to keep up, you know? Keep it easy for people to... This is what we're reading next week. I think. Is this the right thing? Is this the right book cover? I don't know. And non, thank you for the $2. I played Halo for the most parts that weren't Punpun discussion. It was a lot of Halo. See, and for the people who wanted mostly book... Wait. That weren't Punpun? Yeah, okay. Wait, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I get a little sidetracked. Final rating. Final rating for Punpun. Okay, I'm gonna end off the poll. How do I... End poll. I missed it. I missed it again. Spider Dude, thank you for the $5. Late to stream, was there discussion about Punpun or did chat not do their homework? We talked about Punpun. Punpun, I give... What do you guys think? Didn't read it out of 10. Fuck you. I want more Punpun though. We'll do Punpun in the community post. I rate Punpun... I rate Punpun, Pun out of Pun. I rate him Pun out of Pun. I feel like that's a pretty good rating. Pun out of Pun. Bird Punizer. Punizer. Bird Punizer. Bird Punizer. Pronouns Pun. Now what would I rate this? I give it a 7 out of 10. It's okay. Not a big fan of the mangaka. Is that your movie reviewer grade? 8 out of 10? Or 8 to 10 is fair? I give it a 7. I give it a 7 for volume 1 and what I read of volume 2. It's like it wasn't if you guys weren't reading it with me, would I continue reading it? Probably not. I would probably not continue reading it if you guys weren't also reading it. Punpun on a shelf. You know what I liked about Punpun? That stuff actually happens for a reason, not just cute rocks doing stuff and then the moon guys come! Yeah. I have some PTSD after fucking Hoseki no Kuni. Hoseki no Kuni, I'd probably give like a what did I give it? Did I already rate it? Like a 3 out of 10? It's like a I don't know, man, like a 3 out of 10. Shrug. 3 out of 10, maybe. Maybe. Wasn't that good. Well, wasn't good. Wasn't as good as Punpun. The arts in Punpun, way better. Not Punpun, but sexy. Sexy Punpun. You mean Punpun's not already sexy? Wow. Oh my god, look at them eyelashes. Sexy Punpun. Sexy Punpun. Wow. What the hell? Oh my god. Sexy Punpun. Oh my god. What are you wearing, Punpun? What are you wearing? Oh my god, is that a bikini top? Oh my god, Punpun. Scandalous. Punpun's a boy. I don't know what I'm doing. This is Punpun's mom. Troll. Oh my god, it's Punpun's mom! This is a child, please. Minutes now! This is the modern American version where Punpun transitions. Sexy Punpun. Big beak. Oh. Glistening eyes. Punpun with his glistening eyes. His chiseled jaw. He looks like he's got his mouth open. It looks like he's got his mouth open. Well, Punpun's got pecs. Punpun's fucking jacked, bro. Punpun will meet you at the gym. Oh my god. Punpun's fucking jacked, bros. He's fucking jacked. Holy shit. Punpun drinks protein shakes. Punpun drinks protein shakes and works out. Holy shit. Ah. How do I drag stuff? Holy shit. He's a 12-year-old JoJo character now. Punpun skipped leg day. No, he didn't. Look at those muscles on his legs. Never skip leg day. Oh my god, Punpun. Whoa, hair. Holy shit, he's got hair, bros. He's got hair. My name is Punpun. I'm an ordinary high school student. Pippa's jacked. I am. There are no muscles on the knee. Wow. Muscle. Muscle. His legs are jacked, bro! I thought those were kneecaps. They were supposed to be. I just tried to trick you guys into thinking they were muscles. Punpun's fucking jacked, bros! Never skip leg day. Okay, I'm gonna call you. So I feel better about the quality of my artwork. Oh my god. I'm gonna call you. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. P sorted the kneecaps. Oh my god, shut up. Thank you for stopping by. Guardian game. Oh god, chat's moving too quickly. Denied, Converi, Animate Acumen, Asleru, Aegis, Koid, Magpado, Guardian Gamer, Nyx Eternus, Manowars, Nango, Argleborgle, Krampus, The Justice One, Doubtwist, The Born Undead, Zenmar, Blaze, Notanami, Cypher, Richard, Fuddleton, Pedro G, James, Boney. Chest moving quickly. Hikimoto, another James, Ilamau. Person with a Japanese name I can't understand. Archon of Plagues, Guanaco, Arcad Bro, Iman, Girthen, Lagger, Doubtwist, Tuesday, Perokami, Scale Stipper, Logan, Taco, Velco. Very nice name. Nisei Mono, The Boo Titan, Cinnamon Roll, Jay, Buck Buck, Beef Pie. Nero, Meridian, Endwar, Blaze, Jail 710, Odwin, Kubo, DJ Gadget, Yish, Freeze, Frankenfran, yep. Next week's assignment is Volume 1 of Frankenfran. Guedes, Gosshog, Connie, Pippa original song win, maybe someday. Hank, Aegis, Grant. Did I miss anyone? Did I miss anyone? Last chance. Last chance. Did I miss you? Did I miss anyone? The Sword Art Online Decorating Affiliation. Kenshi Akuma. Fuck you guys, you liars. You fucking liars. Shut up, lagger. Lagger. Fuck. Tried saying liar and lagger. I miss Santa Claus. Mano Bully. Scale Tipper. No, I said your name. Fuck you guys. Good night. Fuck you guys. Good night. Oh god, I'm sorry. Jill710, thank you so much for the 1337. Thanks for streams, Flipper. Glad to see the book club becoming a regular stream. Christmas asset. Wow. Thank you, thank you. Okay, now good night, good night. Thank you again. Thank you again for the dono. I'm sorry I almost missed that.